Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the world of Wayne. I wasn't lying when I said we got a big week this week, and you're going to hear the word big a lot in the next video and pretty much going through the week as well. Okay, today we've got the biggest vehicle we've ever built on the channel. We've got the 1/6 scale Deagostini Collectibles release, a build, the GT500 Mustang. When this came in the box, I'm telling you, it just made me laugh thinking how big it is, and that's partly the reason why I've got the Knight Rider kit up here, because I want to show you a comparison. Now, I also want to show you something else that's big at the moment, something I've been working on that I did mention previous in the week, and that's the Uniformation printer and where I'm up to printing Maximilian from the black hole. This is the awesome Uniformation GKtwo 8K resin printer. This machine is so easy to set up and boasts a massive 10.3 inch build volume for larger model prints. Being an 8K machine, it has a HD resolution of 7680 x 4320 pixels on a monochrome screen. It has a very unique heating system that ensures your resin is a suitable temperature, and also a revolutionary air filtration system to filter out harmful fumes. The user-friendly design has a flip-top lid to ensure your printer is always kept clean, a quick-release build plate and vat tray, and an ingenious leveling system that will ensure you get perfect prints all of the time. I'm shortly going to be demonstrating the power of this machine by printing a scale model of Maximilian from Disney's The Black Hole, so be sure to subscribe to see my progress with that. Also check out the Uniformation website for more details how to purchase this amazing 3D printer, and also a discount code which you'll find in the video description. Now this is the biggest print I've ever done on a resin printer, and it's doing the job sterlingly. Look, that is the head there, and then I've done the shoulder. So if I just get the shoulder piece together here, I haven't actually pieced this part together yet, but it kind of goes like that. So we've got a shoulder piece in there. And then we've got another shoulder piece just here going on the other side. Now, this is going to be about half the size of me. So you can see it's quite a challenge. That's taken about 3 days to print at the moment. But if you do want to get the Uniformation printer, the GK2, once again, I have put a link in the video description. And there was also a QR code on the screen there. But, as I said, today, big is the actual theme of the show. So what I'm going to do is show you the brochure. And this is what that's looking like. Check this out. Now this opens up. It's a 1/6 scale. Most of the cars we built on the channel, or actually all the cars, are 1/8 scale. So this is the difference now. Size. So we've got information about what the magazines have got in them. Each stage comes with a magazine. So you've got some information about Carol Shelby there. And it's also telling you about the magazine there. Now if I open this up, it's telling you about some of the free gifts that you actually get in this build. Now, you do get some die-cast cars. There's a binder, a mug. We've got some prints there. It may change going forward, but at the time of doing this video, that's what the free gifts were. There's also a premium offer where you can get the case. Now, check this out regarding the case. The length is 91 centimetres. The width is 41 centimetres. And the height is 28 centimetres. This thing is going to be massive. Now, bearing that in mind, this opens out into, getting a little bit of a mess here, this massive poster looking like that. Now, I'm thinking that's probably 1/1 scale. And you'll see why when I start to get on with stage 1 of this, because it does make you laugh. We're doing the grille first. And it's if I compare it to that, you are actually going to see how big this thing actually is. Now, if you want to get this for yourself, I have put a link in the video description. And once again, there's a QR code on the screen there. And you can get this all the way from pack 1. But let's jump right into it and do a comparison for you without further ado. Let's get cracking. So here's the magazine here. And this is what the magazine's looking like. So I will just take a slow turn through it. It's telling you about the Shelby story. As you can see, we've got the front grille to start off with. They gave us screwdrivers and screws as well, and we're going to be putting this together just like the pictures there. So by the end of it, we are going to have the number plate on here and the little fog lights in there all ready to go. I'm laughing because I've seen it and it's massive, trust me. And a little bit more about some of the other cars in the Shelby range there. So that's the magazine. Let me show you these parts. This is the parts for pack 1. Now it just looks like we've got a grill in here and everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up and then I'm going to compare it to the 1.8 vehicle that we've got next to me. So that is how big this actually is. Look at my head. So this is the size of my head. Basically, lengthways, it's the size of my head. Now, if I hold this up against Knight Rider here, move it over, just so you can see that. There's the front grille. Check this out here. It's so much bigger. Look at this. Definitely going to be the biggest car that we've actually done, but it is ginormous. I think it's important to show you the comparison between a 1.8 vehicle and a 1.6 vehicle. So, let's go and assemble this front area. Okay, the first thing we need is the left turn signal support, which looks like this. You know it's a left one because there is a stamp in there which says L. So bringing this over here, it's going to go into this section just here like that there. Sort of fits at an angle. There are notches in here. This notch here is going to fit into that, so you know it's going to be seated nice and flat there. I'm going to do the same just on the other side here. So I've got the right hand side one here, and again that's just going to go in here, making sure that notch fits in the gap just at the top. Now into that I've got a lens to put in. I am doing two things at once here, so I am sort of different to the instructions because they want me to do one at a time, but this has got a little notch in as well, which is going to go into the space that we've got on that mount. So let's get that nice and lined up. That's one in that side, and once again this is the one in the right side here. Perfect. And then to hold that in, we've got the reflector. This is the left reflector. Again, it's stamped with an L. I want the L, if I put this over the top here, to be on this side, closest to this pillar here. Now, these are silver screws here, and they're going into metal, so I am putting them into some oil, which is going to make screwing these in a lot easier. So, one in this side, and just one in the other side there. You want this tight, but not too tight that you're going to be breaking the plastic of the reflector. That's perfect. Do the same on the other side. Again, I want to try and make sure the R is facing up and towards me, so that's just going to go in here like this. And then these DS01 screws, which I've already put in oil, to hold that in there. So check that out. That's how they're looking. I love it. Okay, I'm going to be putting the registration plate in now. That looks just like this here, and it's going to be going just over the 2 points there like that. It's going to be held in from this side with these DS13 screws. So these are black screws with a flat top. That's one in there, and just one on that side as well. And that massive section there is all there is to do in that stage. Once again, I'm going to show you with a big smile on my face how big this actually is. Let's move on to stage 2. Now, I forgot to mention that in the last pack we do get a screwdriver, so if you haven't got your own screwdrivers, this is a, by the look of it, a PH0 screwdriver, so you can use that if you wanted to. But here's the magazine for stage 2, and again I'll have a flick through this so you can see all about the Mustang, and we're going to be doing the first wheel. You wait till you see how big this is. Okay, so we're going to be putting some interior reinforcement on the wheel by the look of it here. Never seen that before. And then we're going to be putting the rim in, so at the end of it, we're going to have a finished wheel looking like that. And again, just a little bit more about some NASCAR there. And that's the magazine. And here is the stage 2 pack. Let's get this open. And this is the wheel here. Now, the wheel is quite flexible, so we're not going to need to put this in water. And I think the reason we have reinforcement is because it's so big, I think that it would crush under pressure because of the weight of the car as well. And that's why we're going to be putting reinforcement in it. But again, if I put this against Knight Rider here, you can see the difference, how big these tyres actually are. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is take the tyre, and we've got to put these reinforcement parts inside. So they should go in with a little bit of stretching and squeezing just to get them in. So that's one in that side there. Now I said we're not going to need water for this, but just checking this bit out here, I'm going to need to get a lot more stretch on this to get this in. So I will put a little bit of boiling water just to soften this edge up. So there you go. As you can see, I've put that in some water. I'm going to let that soak for a little while. I'll get both sides in there. Bring up a cloth because I don't want to get my workstation wet like this. That's soaked for about a minute, so now I should be able to fish this out, get off any excess water here, like that. That's what the mat's for. And now I should have enough elasticity in this, as you can see, to really push this into place to get both of those in. You see how simple that made things there? And again, just make sure there is no more water in there. I'm just shaking that off to ensure that's perfect. So when that's in, we want to hold these reinforcements in place here. So we have got these clips for that. Now they are symmetrical, and all you're going to do is put them in between each section here and push them into place like that. That will clip that side in. Do the same on the other side. They go in this way, push them in and clip them in like that. So again, it's nice and flush inside there, and the tyre is now fully reinforced. All we got to do then is bring this rim over. The rim is metal, and I do have a valve to put in. Now that's going to be going into this side just here. So push that in like that all the way. And what you'll see is it's coming out the other side now, looking just like that. Okay, also on this side, I have the wheel mounting, which has got a notch in it like that. That's going to follow the notch on this section here. So that's in now, like that. And now we get to piece the tyre together. So I'm just going to check which way round this is going to go. And I'm following the instructions, and they're telling me it's going this way round, with the tread facing towards from a northwest direction to a southeast direction on this side. So that's the side that I want up first. I'm going to be putting this side of the rim into that side, just like that. Now there is some notches here and here, which are going to fit into the notches of the clips that we just put in. So it can only go in one way, just like that there. Turn it over. And in the same way, this section has got some notches here and here, which again are going into those clips. Like that. And that should have lined everything up. Just if it doesn't, turn it round. There we go. And that now has lined everything up. And I'm going to be putting some screws in to keep this into place. And these are these silver DS19 screws. We are going into metal, so what I'm doing is I'm just putting one screw in to hold it on one side. And what this is ensuring is that those little tabs aren't leaving the notches that I've got in the clips. So that when I screw this together, it's going to be perfectly flat. So that's 2 in. And I will continue putting the other 3 in and tighten this up. This is the last screw going in here. And then I'm just going to go round the tyre, tightening everything up. It's going to bring everything together here. Now that was a lot more involved than a normal tyre, and this tyre is quite heavy as well. Remember, the car's going to have 4 of these on, so it is going to be a weighty car as well. Just in the top there, I do have this hub to put on, which I'm going to put on just to keep safely in one place. But that's all there is to do in that stage. That's all there is to do in that pack. So we have created the tyre and this absolutely, or the wheel, and this absolutely massive grille here, which is looking just like that. And once again, I'll just show you that next to my head, how big that is. I'm hoping I've emphasised how big this 1/6 scale vehicle is. I've been very interested to see what this looks like. So now I've got it, cannot wait to build it. That's why I've had to clear off the workstation, so I'm going to be able to put it over the whole table, because I think that's what I'm going to need. But I hope that's whet your appetite today and you want to get this for yourself. If you do, I have put a link in the video description, and once again there's a QR code on the screen that you can scan and it will send you to the Deagostini Collectibles website. But I really hope you liked that video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. Other than that, take care.